The Las Vegas Raiders traveling to the Mile High City to take on the disappointment that is the Denver Broncos, and all that Russell Wilson makes you cringe every time he steps at a podium is as well. The Denver Broncos not looking good this year. We're talking about two teams that are at the bottom of the AFC West, battling it out there, 2-7 and 3-6. Head to the Mile High City, and let's be honest, AJ, I think this is going to be a game that is decided by the defenses that play well or don't play well. I think this is what we've seen from both of these teams, has been a team like the Denver Broncos who's had a really good defense, a team like the Raiders who hasn't had a good defense, and then on the opposite end, the Raiders offense has struggled, the Broncos offense has struggled. Denver seems to have the advantage here as really having the one unit that has been consistent on the defensive side of the football. Is it as simple as that? Is Denver's defense just too much for the Raiders in this game, and it's going to be solely dependent on how they play?
It should be, right? I honestly feel like you can come into just about every week and say that, and then Russell Wilson and the Denver offense find a way to make us look dumb. I don't believe that's going to happen here. I have no reason to believe in the Raiders anymore. I feel like every year they look good coming into the season, and then they get on the field and remind us what Raiders football looks like, and it's very sad. This is a team that was supposed to be – this is the disappointment bowl.
Whoa. That's disrespect, though, because they were 10-7 last year and made the playoffs, and were maybe a whistle blown away from beating the AFC representative in the championship.
They had themselves a feel-good story last season, yes. You know what? Had they kept Rich Bisaccia, I would have felt completely different about it. But, I mean, think about what it was up until that point. They got it together last season. And honestly, that came with a lot of rallying around Derek Carr and those players really getting in for one another. You look at Derek Carr last week, and clearly that's not the case. This entire locker room seems to be at odds with each other. Seems like they can't all get on the same page. I wonder if it's like, for an NBA thing to go to the Cleveland Cavs when LeBron and D Wade were playing, it was a buddy thing and people didn't like it. Is that what's going on with Derek Carr and Devontae Adams? There's stuff going on in this locker room that seems to once again be the focus for the Las Vegas Raiders instead of playing winning football. And I don't know if Josh McDaniels just isn't ready to handle egos, because the only ego in New England was Bill Belichick, and now he has to deal with it with players, and that's become an issue. But back to the Broncos, like you were asking about, I look at this team and I want to see Russell Wilson use his weapons and beat a defense that hasn't been great in just about any stretch of the imagination. And I don't understand, or I don't believe that is actually going to happen. I don't believe that Courtland Sutton's going to get double-digit targets and lots of receptions. I don't believe there's going to be a running game. Maybe Greg Dulcich is the only guy that I can trust, and you're not getting beat by a tight end for the Denver Broncos. So there's a lot of questions on this specific game. I just don't know if Mr. Let's Ride is going to be able to answer them all.
Yeah, look, I'm not excited for this one. I honestly probably, and I hate to say this because I'm supposed to be an analyst and I'm the X's and O's guys, but I'm Vinny now. I'm in Vinny's seat. Vinny is gone for the day. He had to take care of some stuff. I am the X's and O's guys, but I might not watch a single snap of this game. That's how bad this game is to me. I just not excited about it whatsoever. I think both teams have underperformed so bad that it's turned me off of what their product is on the field. And I might be being a little facetious. I might, obviously still tune into the game on the Red Zone channel or whatever, but I'm not looking for this game. I'm not searching this game out. This doesn't excite me, which at the beginning of the year, arguably could have been a game of the week that we would have been talking about, right? So I think both teams are just really bad. And unfortunately, when we talk about bad football, I'm not a fan. I don't want to watch bad football. I think bad football, this game will be a kind of an epitome of what bad football is. I think it's a low-scoring game. We can go into our predictions. I don't want to talk too long about this game. Look, I have the Broncos winning it because they're at home. I'm not sure why. I don't have an analysis as to why. I think Russell Wilson does his job enough to get McManus in position to kick a game-winning field goal, and the Denver Broncos go on to win 20-17.
Yeah, just enough from Russell Wilson is the correct answer, but I do think it'll come down to the defense. Patrick Surtain has just been stellar all season. I think they put up a late defensive stand, and they get this win 24-20, Denver Broncos.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page there. Vinny also has the Denver Broncos in this one, winning 24-21. 24-21. So another clean sweep for the Denver Broncos.